Good morning, Southwest Louisiana Redneck here, and I know what you're thinking. There is no way that guy is that guy. It is. That was me in 2016. Let me tell you the story. So I've always been a big guy. In 2016, I broke my neck at work, and there was about a 2-year interim there when I was waiting to get definitive care, and that caused severe depression. Stayed home, started drinking, developed a dependency on pain medication, and that was the result of it. My dad sees me one day, he's like, "Damn son, you're about to die. Let me pay for you to have weight loss surgery." And he was right, I was about to die. If you look in that first picture, like I wasn't doing anything physically active other than just standing there, but I'm in a full sweat. I'd wake up in the middle of the night, my heart would be 150. My blood pressure was holy shit over what the fuck. I mean, I was fitting to die, right? So I set up this weight loss surgery, and let me say right now, I support that 100%. A lot of people need it, but let me tell you, it's a tool. It's not a magic fix. Probably nothing you do to prepare for the lifestyle change that comes with that is going to be enough. So you have to be a mentally strong person to succeed in the long run. I'm going to tell you why I don't think I needed it, and you may not need it either. So leading up to the surgery, during the pre-op, I lost 40 pounds. I didn't cheat. It was such a lifestyle change. Started walking. And when I first started walking, I'm at 450 pounds. This is 450 pounds, all right? I could barely do 8 minutes without thinking I was going to die. But gradually, over time, I stuck with it more and more and more. After the surgery, kept walking. All of a sudden, I'm walking 7 days a week. I got up to 20 plus miles a day. And I had the time to do that because I still wasn't working. And so weight was just falling off. An insane amount of cardio in about, I want to say, somewhere between 14 and 18 months. I logged on a Fitbit on just under 9 million steps. My wife was so irritated. I had one into the closet, took over all the shoes with Nike Monarchs. I would walk damn near out of the soles of one, and I couldn't throw it away. I set it up, and so you can see like the gradual progression. The lighter I got, the easier I was on shoes. So I probably had a dozen pair of shoes, and then later on one day when I went off out of state to work, I come back and they were all gone. She took care of that while I was gone. But what I'm saying is, I figured out before I even had the surgery, I said I don't think I need it, because already I was developing the discipline, and already I was seeing the lifestyle change occur and weight coming off. But I went ahead and I had the surgery, and that's fine. If you have it, that's fine. Historically there's been a lot of negative thought and conversation about that. Oh, you're just lazy. Oh, you're this. Oh, you're that. That's true sometimes, but sometimes it's not. Sometimes it is to save your life, and it is a tool that you can use to live longer, to extend your life and become a healthy, happy person. But so after the surgery, 7 days a week, religiously, I would get up before daylight. I had a light vest with LEDs on it for walking in the pre-dawn hours, and I would go on these 6-7 hour hikes. And I'm not talking about a stroll. I'm not talking about an easy walk. I'm talking about pushing yourself the whole way, because if you're not uncomfortable, you're not doing it right. There's value in being uncomfortable. And I would talk to myself out loud. I would curse myself out. I would say the most horrible, vile things to myself about myself that if somebody else said it to me, I'm not quite sure how I would respond. And let me tell you, I did it walking down the road. I didn't go to a gym. And the reason why I chose the road is because I live in a rural, small community. I was ashamed of myself. I didn't want anybody, I wanted the least amount of people as possible to see me. That if you see a really big person in the gym busting their ass, trying to do better, don't make fun of them. That's the person you need to go up to and support. That's the person you need to encourage, because I promise you, there's nobody in that gym working harder than that person. There's nobody more miserable than that person. They can't look in the mirror and take a selfie or a video of themselves and be proud of themselves. Just for them to get up and go in that environment takes a gargantuan amount of resolve, a huge amount of courage. That's the person that you need to get behind. Help them, encourage them. That goes a long way, because they're already inundated with everything negative. If coming from no place other than themselves. So how do you go from 450 pounds, and I made it all the way down to 203. Medical science said that I needed to be at 194, I think, 194 or 196. And I wanted to see that number so bad just because that's where medical science said I was supposed to be. That is not a black and white system, let me tell you. For me to even get to 203, it was not sustainable. I mean, most of the time I would take in about 800 calories a day and burn 10,000. That caused health problems in and of itself. I mean, I would be talking to somebody and I would wake up on the floor. My hair started falling out. My teeth started turning to chalk just because of the vitamin problems that you run into having the surgery. And I never had a problem with loose skin. When's the last time you heard of a person losing 250 pounds and don't have loose skin? I never had that. And I think it's because the way I lost the weight. Just this insane amount of cardio. And a friend of mine, his wife, told me during her pregnancy, she would like mega dose vitamin D, C, E, things like that to try to mitigate striae or stretch marks. And so I did that. I mean, I took a lot of vitamin D, C, E. I was getting a ton of vitamin D anyway, walking every day outside. And as I lost that weight, 250 pounds, everything just sucked up. I didn't have any skin hanging. If you're able to walk, all you have to do is get out there and do it. You don't have to go to a gym. You don't have to lift weights. If you are able to walk, anybody can do what I did. And it doesn't matter how fast you can do a mile. None of that matters. I never ran because of the problems with my neck and lower back and everything. Running was just not an option for me. I just walked. But what you want to do is you want to push yourself in that walk as hard as you can. You put one foot in front of the other every day. I listen to podcasts. I listen to music. So from 450 to 203, that's as far as I got. And like I said, that wasn't sustainable. I got a little vain for a little while. I got to tell you, I had to check myself. Life has a way of checking you. I had a thigh gap. What? But eventually, reality came back around. Went back to work. Now, I'm not as light now as what I'd like to be. My body hangs out somewhere around 275. The difference is I'm comfortable in that. My blood pressure is not out of control. My heart rate's not out of control. When I was doing all that cardio, I had a resting heart rate somewhere in the 30s, which is amazing. Now it's in, I think, the 60s the last time I looked. With my frame and body type, 196. When I die, I'll be 196 for a little while. But you can do this. It's hard. That person that you are, that lazy person, that Netflix and chill person, that person that maybe drinks a little too much, works a little bit too much, doesn't have time for anything else, that person has to die. And you have to be the person to do that. And let me tell you, it's going to be a hostile takeover. That person's not going to want to die. You're going to have to every day get up and choke that person out. That's what it's going to take. It may be the biggest mental battle because it is 99% mental, very little bit physical. Because if you want it bad enough, your brain is going to overrule your body and you're going to push yourself to do it. I've been chased down the road by kids who didn't know any better, made fun of, called names. Hey, run, fat boy. Well, you don't need to be walking, run. I mean, even, as much as I'd like to tell you, even for a grown-ass man, that is not intimidating, that's intimidating. You find yourself, the next time you walk by this house, walking a little bit faster, let me get away, because I don't want to deal with this. That's hard. That can break you, that can turn you bitter, or that can just be more fuel for the fire. But I wanted to live. I wanted to be around to see my kids grow up. I wanted to be around to take care of my family. And without making that adjustment, without making that decision, that full lifestyle change before I even had that surgery, it would have never happened. I don't think I needed this surgery. I think I already had what it takes, and I believe you already have what it takes inside to make this happen. The day you stop evaluating yourself, the day you stop trying, the day you stop growing, that's the day that you die. That's the day that person that you're trying so hard to run away from catches you. It's over. And don't ever look down on someone unless you're helping them up.
Save your pity for the weak.